and I seem to be recording. I'm sending megabyte a second. That's yeah, kilobits. Ooh, it does seem a bit. Ugh. All right, a bit much. I'm not exactly sure how my internet's taking it. So if I just go back to live, alright, so that seems to be a bit better. Automatically block bad words. I'm gonna send a smiley face. Yay! Because people need to be happy, right? Anyway, I'm not sure if there'll be like any sort of messages coming through, but everything seems to be going well so far. I might rewatch this later on to see what happens. If not, anyway.
Can't tell it.
Okay, so I'm just gonna add motion to her eyes. Oh, I should probably freeze them first. That is an ad. Alright. So, freezing motion. Alright.
Can't tell it. And tell it. Can't tell at this point.
Best part about this is that she's not actually looking at anything, but your brain makes it
Can't
think she
tell
is.
at this
So long as your eyes are
point,
moving,
but
it should be fine.
obviously some people some people
If you can hear the song in the background, that's rather embarrassing.
can't tell at this point, but obviously some people that used to live here, they used
Alright, I'm gonna add some strained movements for eyes right here. Flick them up right that way.
to live here, don't.
She's gonna have her eyes closed at this point, so
Don't live here anymore. And can't tell at this point, but obviously some people that used to live here don't live here anymore. And can't tell at this point, but obviously some people that used to live here don't live here anymore. And frankly, can't tell at this point, but obviously some people that used to live here don't live here
oh
anymore.
yeah, and fun fact,
And
the
frankly,
door that
I can't.
I used to the outside of this building, which I'm not going to show you now because I've already done that part, so the door that I use for the outside part of this house is too small for this map I'm currently using, which is Mana Dark Rooms or something like that. I'll go ahead and find it in the workshop if I can. Subscribed. It's should be somewhere here. So yeah, I'm using this one and this one at the moment, and of course one thing from a different thing, whatever this is from. I think Counter-Strike. I can't remember. and this is from the bookshelf is from the pack that came with the Dark Room. So good stuff. This has nothing on it, and that's fine. It's just a blank sheet of paper. Don't know why anyone would have a random table that's high. I might. Oh well. I want to see if I can get this part done today. I may do it on the live stream, I may not. Who knows? Ah, 2 people are watching. Hello, you lovely people. Aye, it's the Dank Memes. Yo, yo, yo. It's the most worrying thing is that I can't see the chat from here, which is rather annoying. Unless I can pick it up on my Mac on the side here, that just cancels my music for me. I'm all over the place today. How's it going, guys? So if I can somehow pick up my live stream from my laptop here, so I can just briefly glance down to see who's assaulting me with messages. If I go here... Why have you stopped? I didn't tell you to stop. Is it not?
Interesting. Oh, that is very unfortunate.
Oh well, I can't pick up the message from it. So if you do chat to me, I can't see it, which is unfortunate. And my friend's the only one that's watching it now. Hi, Logan. Anyway.
See, some people that used to live here don't live here anymore. And
the eye movements are going to look a hell of a lot better when I close her eyes sometimes. Right now she's not going to be mad, but I mean she's inquisitive. She looks perplexed. Go away.
can't tell at this can't I can't tell.
Don't look the eyes. If you can tell what song I'm listening to, that'd be freaking amazing.
Can't tell at this point, but this can't tell it.
She doesn't need to be angry here.
This point. Can't tell at this point, but obviously some people that used to live here. Point, but obviously some people that used to live at this point, but obviously some people that
Not so good at, not so sure about the flicking up of the head there. That I just mimicked there. Get hot and shake away. That's not as happy as in probation.
This point, but obviously some people that used to live here don't live. People that used to live here don't live here anymore. Can't tell at this point, but obviously some people that used to live here don't live here anymore. But obviously some people that used to live here don't live here anymore.
Alright, now the camera's going to break up at this point and flick over to here, where you can see the sort of the door there, where the oh, and the Manor Dark Rooms does not have anything in it. If we go to the hidden controls, no, where did I put everything? Why is it in lights? What are you doing there? God, your furniture, not lights. Gosh. I suppose I should put it under ambience. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and group these together and rename them as scenery. Alright, so if I just get rid of all the furniture, it's just this. That's it. And then you just need to populate it with furniture to make it a bit more homely. And this painting probably won't be seen, but I still think it's a cool painting. Am I seeing? No. Yay, 2 people. Hello, you two. How's it going? I really would like to have music playing on this, but I don't want to fight with copyright. Because the music I'm listening to right now is pretty decent. I've got little earbuds in. And I would like to listen to it over this, but, you know, copyright's a bitch.
Can't tell at this point, but obviously some people that used to live here don't live here anymore. And can't tell at this point, but obviously some people that used to live here don't live here anymore. And
Yeah, that seems pretty good.
Can't tell at this point, but obviously some people that used to live here don't live here anymore. And
Yeah.
can't tell at this.
I'm just gonna go ahead and make a new camera so I can Octi face cam. Sounds sexy, doesn't it? Ooh, I've got a face cam with your name on it, dearie. Alright. So face cams are useful for finding out what things you need for that. And to make a face cam, pretty simple. You just gotta position the camera, get the transform tag, I suppose, or whatever that is, then get the head of the character, drag the motion of the head, lock the transform to it, and then use this playhead. Let's see. And then you can watch it.
Can't tell at this point, but obviously some people that used to live here don't live here anymore. And
it's very useful for seeing.
Can't tell at this point, but obviously some people that used to live here don't live here anymore. And live here anymore.
I feel as though that needs to be more. More needs to be more. Or
live here anymore. And don't live here anymore. More. Here anymore. And if you don't live here anymore.
That's a lot better.
Can't tell at this point, but obviously some people that used to live here don't live here anymore.
Alright, that's pretty good. I'll have to move Octiface Cam again later on when I get to lip syncing the next character.
Can't tell at this point, but obviously some people that live here don't live here anymore.
I got this really annoying point in my nose. It's really annoying, and these headphones are murderous on the ears. I have not worn earbud headphones for a long time, for obvious reasons. Hey, you two, still here? Excellent. Stream health is not going so well. That's fine.
Wait, but obviously some people that used to live here don't live here anymore. And
Alright.
Can't tell at this point, but obviously some people that used to live here don't live here anymore. And frankly, I can't blame them.
Alright, so let's get this new Octi in. So as far as I can tell, can't tell is now complete. So I'm going to group this into a group of completed actors. And you just going to chill bang there for a bit. Alright, now you are no longer hidden. I do not want to select anyone in completed actors. Now, there she is. Hello, sweetheart. Hello, sweetheart. How's it going? Did I fuck over this for a second, or is it back to just default? I think it's back to default. Yeah, it's default. At 0, she looks like that. That's not good. Ah, I don't know how to make her like eyes go outwards. I really want to know how to do that, especially for the first part. Logan knows what I'm talking about. No one else does. Lol, inside jokes. That's just hysterical. Ha 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 ha. Inside brony jokes. Alright. What could be better? Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the lip sync first. So I can show you how I lip sync. Alright, first step, get her mouth in an open position. I don't need your frickin' ads. Get out of my face. Get out of my face, mate. Screw it, let's go to the FTL soundtrack. Awesome. Good part about these headphones is that they suck, and the good part about headphones sucking is that when I go back to normal headphones, it's gonna be so much better. Alright, so go ahead and remove her mustache.
And frankly, I can't blame them.
Alright, so ends at 7.5, starts at 5. Okay. Whoops. I do not want to have the root transform to have any points at this moment because I need to copy across the motion of the walking animation that Takeo made. Takeo. I don't know how to say his name. Alright, so lower face. This is too loud. Alright. What does her lower face look like at the moment? So neutral, up, and open, full. Okay. Now, a little problem with the oh, and it's also a good idea to make sure these are unchecked so you can have unlimited key motion points. Okay, now, as I was saying before, one of the problems with the models that I'm using right now is that the tongue can't move flexibly. Some person is making enhanced models that can move the tongue, but at this moment the lip syncing is very simplified and it's really good to get into. Now, when you make an N sound, you put your tongue onto the roof of your mouth, so and it does not really matter the position of your teeth and mouth. So that means that you can make an N sound going like this, which means, and you can't see the tongue, which means that in order to make an N sound for the pony, you have to go like this. That is an N sound. Right, and then it goes into an F sound, which lip bite comes in handy here. Just making sure that here. It's really also awkward because when you do an F sound, it's not exactly a lip bite. You're just putting your teeth on top of it. That works. Whenever I try to find out what position I need to have their face in, I just imagine, now if air was being pushed out through their mouth, what sound would be making? What sound would be making? Alright, so since it goes into an R sound, the closing of the F sound will have a bit of O in it, but not too much. That's looks about right. Alright, and then make sure that's at 0. Alright, to emphasize the O sound, we want to get rid of the lip bite, get rid of the jaw closing and the grin. There we go, that makes a no sound. Now, it's also probably a good idea to make sure that the tongue is up slightly here, but that's all you can do. And when I look at this mouth and say, if I'm making sounds and what sounds would be made, if I was pushing air through this, what sounds would be making? It more sounds like an sound, you know? It's an L sound, not an R sound, because when you make an sound, your tongue goes to the back of your mouth. So here's your mouth here, your tongue goes like that, not like that. The only sound you can really make with the tongue in this instance is a L sound, which will be sound when he says can't blame them. So for this instance, I'm just going to have his tongue down. And you're not going to be able to see it very well anyway, because he's got a mustache on. Now, he bleeds into a sound, so with no O. Now, this is another trick I like to do. Since he goes from a R sound to an A sound to a N sound, Frank, I make it so that the grin for the N sound has got a key point on the point before the jaw open sound, which means close it. So jaw open thing here, so that when he goes, so he makes the sound, I can close his mouth like here and go like that. Teeth feel weird. New teeth. It's weird. Anyway. No, how's that here? K sounds are made a lot like N sounds when you think about it, but it's just a sharper use of your mouth. And that means that you can use the same techniques for the N sound that you do on the pony. So go through clenched teeth. Anyway, so for the L sound here, it just goes from an N to a K to an L. So I'm going to use your L sound here. Tongue goes all the way up and slightly out. Jaw goes open slightly, and grin is open, is a little bit. Oh, there we go. And since it's a bit of a strange L sound, I don't know how to describe it, I'm going to add a bit of O to it as well. Because he goes into an E sound after this. So that little bit of an O would make the E sound a bit more emphasized, which is good. I think for this instance I might have the tongue up in this point and not there. Now, sounds beginning. I think I might have it so that that's also the Alright, so tongue down, O out, frankly, and stretch slightly. Frankly, it's really hurting my ears. Need a break from that for a sec. I've contacted Toby Fox, the guy that made Undertale, and on Twitter, to see if I could see if I could use the Undertale soundtrack in these live streams. I probably won't be able to, but it'd be really awesome if I could, because the Undertale soundtrack is freaking amazing. And if you haven't bought it yet, you're a monster. So. I's a bit of a weird sound when you think about it, because you start off with an A sound, ah, and then with an E sound, E. I. And that sort of just, that bleeding into it, as I like to call, is what makes the I sound so weird, I suppose. Because it's weirdly
I.
Now that little sound after he says frankly, the that sound, that is usually a good indicator that he's opening his mouth. Frankly, you know. So I think I might move this a bit forward.
I.
You're going to see me use jaw open and grin a lot in any of my lip syncing things. Now, he's into a B sound here, and in order to make a B sound you have to have your mouth closed, and when you have a mouth closed you can't hear it. But you can hear where the previous sound stops. So, what I'm going to do is find out where this the I sound stops, and can't sound I meant. About here. You also have to remember that sound does not travel as fast as light does. So, to the point of the milliseconds, where and also sound has echo and things, and he wasn't recording in a sound booth, I don't think. So, when you go for the B sound, the sound of your previous sound will carry through onto that. So there's a bit of an echo with the previous sound. So about here is where he's putting the B sound. Because he stops the T here, and he's making a humming sound here. So this is where you have to have your mouth closed. There. I like to have a jaw closed just a bit more for this. Another thing I like to do that's a bit cute, I reckon, is use the mouth puffing out. Where is it? Mouthful. There it is. For P sounds and B sounds and things like that. M sounds. Not M sounds because you hum for that, but B. So you go B and P as opposed to B and P, because that's just boring. Here. And then he's going into an L sound, so I'm going to have his tongue up and out slightly. Still jaw closed. Move this down, and mouth slightly full. There. And then he goes into L. And a bit more of an L. Yeah.
I can't.
And at this point, his mouth is out. This is now a hard A, vowel A, stressed A sound. A starts off with an ah, and ends with an E, like an I, but it's a bit weirder. A, I, A. Oh yeah, that's right. I deconstructed this before when I was making a little written language based off of the sounds instead of the letters, and I noticed that the stressed A sound, A, is actually the sound of E and E when it is not stressed and stressed. So it's E, A, A, A. So that's a bit of a nice bit of trivia. So in order to make that mouth motion, you just gotta go E with a bit of a stretch. That's a bit of a stretch, don't you think, Captain? A. And And of course he goes into an M sound here, so I might close his jaw a bit. And make his... well, I don't necessarily like making the stretch down to 0 immediately. I like it, have it a bit carried on, but that's just a personal thing.
Can't blame.
TH sounds pretty easy. All you have to do, tongue out, grin, jaw open, grin, more grin, more grin, more grin, more. Tongue up slightly, tongue out more than tongue up. Closed. There it is. That's the TH sound. This is another one of those instances in which I'll have the tongue slightly ready before you get into it. And that just looks cute. Look at that, he's so adorable. Oh, look at it, he's as cute as a button. I should probably put this down. Yeah. You see, if when I use this, her tongue doesn't move. So I just have to make it not weird. Of course, just gotta. Alright, I might break it after I do the motions until he picks up the piece of paper, because I have no idea what I'm going to do after that, and that requires a bit of a brainstorming session. So let's see what this looks like when played in full.
And frankly, I can't blame them. And frankly, I can't. Frankly. Frankly, I can't blame them. And frankly, I can't blame them. Okay.
That looks pretty good.
And frankly, I can't blame them.
But for this one, I think I might have her jaw open slightly.
I can't blame them.
Yeah, it looks a bit
And
better.
frankly, I can't blame them.
Now, the whole point of this that you have to remember is that animation gets something that shouldn't move and makes it move. Nothing really is what it is, you know? When your brain is saying, oh, Octavia's actually saying what Markiplier is saying. She's not. It's not. That's not correct. She's just I'm just making her move her mouth to the tempo of what Markiplier is saying, which gives the illusion that she's actually speaking something. So that's all animation is a series of illusions. The entire concept of animation is just illusion anyway. Every moving thing on your computer is just an illusion. It's just images that happen in a certain sequence that makes your brain think that an image is actually moving. One single image is actually moving. But in every second of an animation that I make, 60 frames, 60 still images that are rapid fire, arranged in such a way that your brain thinks that the object that the stills are of is moving, when it isn't. You just have to realize that it doesn't probably doesn't help animation at all, but you know, it's just interesting to know. Anyway.
And frankly, I can't blame them.
So yeah, so it looks like Markiplier is saying that, but he's not.
And frankly, I can't blame them.
Okay, so what am I gonna have? I don't know. I'll think of it later. I'm gonna have a break. Bit of a break. I'm gonna go ahead and log this part. Alright, so can't tell, done. See, I started at 11 a.m. today, which means that I've been working on this for 2 hours now. 2 pretty decent hours. 2? 2? Yeah, I'll go with 2 hours. Anyway, so I've got 2 people watching it. Oh, hey, it's Anthony Comparito. Is it Markiplier? It is indeed Markiplier. Alright, well, I'm just gonna respond to these guys and I'm gonna have a break. It is indeed Markiplier. I don't like it when they put cat faces to my :3. Anyway, so 3 people, 4 people watching. Ugh, I'm racking in the viewers. Holy crap. Anyway, so, yeah, I hope you're enjoying this, at least, I think. It probably would be, probably isn't. A bit of a meta thing going on. How lagged is it actually? Like, I wrote that comment about 10-15 seconds ago, and it's only now writing it on the screen. So that is actually pretty strange. But yeah, it takes so long. It does take a long time. But you know, it's just something that I like to do, so that's why I'm doing it. Yeah.
And frankly, I can't blame them.
So yeah, and then when you do it right, when you take a long time on something and it just goes well, then you have things that look like this.
Don't live anymore. And frankly, I can't blame them.
Alright, so yeah. Thanks for tuning into this. I'll go ahead and stop streaming now. Thank you for watching this stream. This is Quillo signing out. Goodbye and good luck. I might do more of these. I might not. Maybe more down the line in a few days. Bye now.